A viewer requested video today. We are testing bubbles and bubbles from different stores to see which one works the best, or maybe they're all the same. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. I've been wanting to do this video actually since last year, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see it back in a Target dollar toy test, I believe, and some of you said yes, I want to test out some bubbles. So usually we're doing some dollar toy testing around here on my channel, but this time it's going to be about bubble solutions, and we're going to see if they work better than the other. I don't know. If you would like to and you haven't already, you can click the subscribe button to join the Purple Alphabet community. We do educational activities for kids, ideas and inspirations to learn through play, plus a little bit of shopping, a little bit of hauls, a little bit of giveaways, all sorts of fun stuff. So I don't want you to miss out. And of course, I have a thing around here now that if you are new, please say hello. I would like to hear from you. And if you're not new, leave me a comment. Tell me what you're up to. I always love reading the comments. I tell ya, it's one of the best parts about YouTube. And now to get on with our bubbles. In this bubbles toy test, we are testing out 3 different bubbles from 3 different stores. The first one is this Miracle Bubbles from Walmart. The second one are these Bubble Fun bubbles from the Dollar Tree. And then of course, lastly, I've already reviewed these, but I wanted to throw them in the mix. They are the scented bubbles from the Target dollar section. I did a toy test on these a while back if you want to check it out. I've set up a couple of different criteria to kind of test and review, and the first one is cost. We're starting off with the Super Miracle Bubbles from Walmart. They are $3.64. They come in 11 ounces, and when you do the math, this works out to be about just under 4 cents an ounce. I do want to mention real quick too that Walmart has these bubbles, the exact same ones in different sizes. I'm not testing all of those, but just for comparison's sake, here is what they have. I just happened to choose this package. The second bubble package we have are the Bubble Fun from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had these all obviously for $1. They come in a package of 32 ounces, and when you work out the math, that's just about 3 cents per ounce. Dollar Tree also has smaller size containers. I don't know if they are the same brand, but they come in those little travel size, the really small ones. So if you need something a little bit smaller than 32 ounces, they have those as well. And then we have the scented bubbles from the Target dollar section. I'm just showing you the blueberry scent. I went over the other scents in my other video. These obviously were $1. They were in the dollar section. They come in 24 ounces, which works out to be just about 4 cents an ounce. If you don't see these in the store, you can also purchase these online. You just have to buy a little bit more. So when we compare all these bubbles, it looks like the Dollar Tree has won by just a smidge. We're gonna give them 1 point. Next up, I wanted to look at the consistency of the bubble solution. Although I really didn't play much into the actual bubble blowing, I was just kind of curious if one seemed more watery or not. So I poured each of them into a container just so I can kind of compare. Really not scientific here, just doing it by looks and by feel and moving everything around. I do have to say that I was a little bit surprised the Target bubble solution was the most watery. It just moved around more freely. Didn't feel like there was too much soap in there. And then the other two seemed about the same, but the Walmart one for sure was the thickest. Here is the Target one. You can see how watery it is. Here is the one from Dollar Tree, and then here is the one from Walmart, which was just a touch thicker. So if we're looking at thickness, I would definitely have to say that Walmart won this one. 1 point for Walmart. Next up, we have to look at the wand, of course, which is very important. The Walmart one was the longest because it had the biggest container. It had 4 holes in it and the longest wand so that you could dip it all the way into the container. And then the Dollar Tree one was next. Of course, it was the second biggest, and it had 3 sections to blow bubbles in. And then the hole in the handle was a little bit bigger. This one was a little bit flimsier than the one from Walmart. And then lastly, we had the one from Target, which had the most holes, which I think would provide the most bubbles, although they were the smallest holes. So we're going to give this point to Target. And of course, we had to test out the bubbles, right? Because that's the whole point of the bubble test. So this one was the most important. It was very hard to film this, so you're going to have to go on my word for it, but here I am blowing the Walmart ones. They seem to do really well. I had no problem blowing them out of the wand, which I really liked. They did seem to have the biggest bubbles, which makes sense for having the biggest holes in the wand. I would have to say that the Walmart ones had much bigger bubbles than the other one. Next up, we're going to try the Dollar Tree ones by dipping the wand into the bottle of solution. I would definitely have to say it was hard to show this on camera. Once again, I apologize for that. But the bubbles came out just fine, just like the Walmart ones. I have to say that they were average size, but they were really easy to blow, and every time I did blow, bubbles came out, which is really important. The worst thing is when bubbles never come out of the wand and you're constantly blowing and blowing. And then lastly, we had the ones from Target, and those would seem to blow a lot, except they were just a lot smaller. And maybe that's because this one had the smallest holes. So when I compared all three, I'll definitely have to give the point to the Target bubbles because they were coming out quite a bit. There was lots and lots of bubbles with this one. But I also wanted to give a point to the Walmart ones for having much bigger bubbles. Now for a couple little extra bonus points, I want to mention that the Target ones, they seem to clump together and like this. I don't know if you like that or not. I think it's kind of cool to have like multiple bubbles in one bubble. So here's an example of that. So I'm going to give them an extra point for that, making it 3 just because it's pretty cool. And also that they're scented, because scented bubbles are just plain fun. As soon as I poured it out, I could smell it right away. So 4 points in total for the Target ones. Let's just do a recap here. We have the Dollar Tree ones. They got 1 point for cost. Then we had the Walmart bubbles that got a point for having the biggest bubbles and for being the thickest solution. I don't know if that matters to you because the bubbles work just fine. And then the Target bubbles got 1 point for being the most cost effective, 1 point for having the most holes in the wand, and then 1 point for having the most bubbles, and an extra point for the scent. Overall, the Target dollar section scented bubbles are the winner of this toy test, but they did all work just great no matter which one you picked. If you've had any experience that's different from mine, please let me know because sometimes you do, and I would love to hear it, and so would other people as they read through the comments. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.